Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that JSX immediate invocate function. So now friend, in this video, I want to discuss about that JSX loop. So how can add some of the loop into the JSX? Now step by step, I will show you everything with the live example. So for doing this here, I want to do in our app plate here, better I want to remove everything. Okay, here also I remove everything from to this area that is on the variable, also I remove it. Okay, so right now here, if you want to add some of the loop, that means first of all it will be get some of the array data one by one, that will be display all that our data, right? So that is the actually loop. So here if you want to do this work, simply you have to do, I want to take one of the constant variable, I name it as a constant, and constant variable name I name it as a city. And into the city area, I want to declare some of the array data. So here if you want to add some of the array data, like as a Dhaka, I name it as a Dhaka, and then also I name it as a USA, that will be as a USA, one of the another city. I want to take it as a India, okay, or Delhi, I make it as a Delhi. Okay, that will be as a Delhi, and also I want to take another city. Okay, here I want to take another city as a Chittagong, CTG. Okay, so that is all that our city. So I take one of the constant variable, I name that variable as a city, and into the city area I pass some of the array data. So they have the different type of array data. Now one by one we have to get all, and we have to display it. So if you want to get all the data one by one, that means one of the loop should be as executed one by one, that will be get all that our data. So in that case, I want to do in our parent element. So into the parent element area here, I want to take on the UL. I take on the UL is started and UL is ended. So first things here we have to take one of the expression, like I want to take on the second bracket. Okay, into the second bracket area, I have already taken our variable name as a city, and into this city area, I want to run as a loop. So here if you want to run this loop in JSX, I want to call as a map function. Okay, so that will be also another default function as a map function. With this function you can run this loop. So that is one of the function. So here I simply call that our map function. So within here I want to run our loop, which is very important because multiple times that will be needed. If you want to run some of the loop in your page, in your component area, how to do this work, that will be very important. Okay, so I simply understand, I take that our variable data, I take the things with the here by the name as a city, and after that I simply call that our map function. So into the map function area here, I want to call another anonymous function. So here if I want to call that anonymous function, that will be as a first bracket closing, and after that will be our anonymous function. Right here I simply call that one of the anonymous function into the map. So now here I get that our variable, our array data, I take the things our array data by the name, and into this array area here I have already passed some of the item, right? So that is one of the Dhaka, one of the item, USA, one of the item, Delhi, and CTG, right? So that is all that our item. So here I want to take another parameter for denote all that our item. So here if you want to do this work, but I want to take one of the another parameter as an item, I simply take by the name as an item. And also here I want to get that our iteration number. That means it will be running our, first of all, that will be take that our 0, 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, right? So that will be our one by one, all that our iteration serial number. I want to take another property in here as a I. So that will be for our iteration. That means one by one, that will be our 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So that will be our all that serial number. Here I want to get our total iteration number. So that will be in our, that is the I. So now I want to display it. Okay, so that is actually our total map function. So into the map function area here, now I want to visible it. So if I want to visible it, it's very simple. I want to return, and I have already take one of the li. So but I will take another ul. I have already taken. Now I want to take another li. So that is our li. Okay, so into this li area here, I want to simply display it. I want to display our which things I want to display our, that is the parameter data as an item. Okay, here I simply display this item. And here if you want to also pass that our key value, you can also pass that our key value, because here I have already get our all the iteration data with the I. So if you want to pass it, you can pass it, that will be as a key, and key will be which one, that will be our I, and I want to make it as a toString, so that will be as a toString function. Okay, that is one of the default method I want to call that our method. So that will be our toString method. I call it for our iteration all that key number. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and if you now go to that our site, yes, you can see it's now successfully get that our all array data. So that is our first data as a Dhaka, USA, Delhi and CTZ. Okay, one by one it successfully get our all the data. So here how to load some of the loop by the map function. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. So it's very important, one of the things, make that sure you remember it, okay, and also make that sure you practice it. So that is one of the map function for running one of the loop data. So that will be very much important. Okay, so thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.